Hello, hello, bienvenidos, bienvenida una vez más a nuestro programa Entre Nosotras. Hello, everybody, welcome back. Today we have our show in English, and we have a great subject to talk about, which is going back to school. Back to school season is here, and we have today Miss Mary, our teacher, Miss Mary, that's gonna give us some tips, and we're gonna talk a little bit about going back to school. How is it? What she recommends for our kids now with all this going on, and our moms, we need some tips.
Thank you. Welcome, Miss Mary, Miss Strangush. Thank you for being here, and it's a pleasure to have you here. I hope everybody's gonna feel very comfortable talking about the back to school, which is something that is gonna be really important today's day. First thing we wanna know what would be the best recommendation, Miss Mary, for the parents to get the kids ready for back to school.
I say any recommendation really is to obviously go on your school district's website. It's a very good tool to use because they're constantly updating it, especially in our area here. School district's website is key. It has tips and tricks. They have parent tabs that you can click on and navigate through. You can also, some teachers post classroom pages. Some teachers post in Google Classroom. Anything really to get your child ready for school is usually found on the district website first and foremost.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That is key, and that's an information that a lot of us don't know. We usually call the school or going crazy. What's next? What to do? What's the dress code? So that's great information to go and see what's a dress code and everything that's going on when it's school starting, and if any news is happening, right?
Yes, definitely. One of the things that I would love, Miss Mary, for you to give advice to the parents, like in terms of hand sanitizer or stuff like that. What do you recommend as a teacher in your classroom for the kids to be prepared with?
Okay, so as a teacher in my classroom, obviously our district first and foremost always allows for sanitization of anything. I know they provide us in our own classrooms with alcohol sanitizing wipes, because that's a number one thing that combats what's going on. But definitely as a parent, I send even myself, my daughter with hand sanitizer, but you can have that in your backpack. There's all over these days is hand sanitizer. But I would be confident and safe as a parent to know that the schools are taking precautions, because we know what's out there now, and they very lie heavily with sanitizing everything.
Definitely.
So do you think we as parents should pack hand sanitizer for the kids, or they're good?
It's always helpful.
Okay.
I know, because there's times when maybe they're eating their snack at recess time and a hand washing station might not be available because they're playing outside. So something like that is always good to pack. I would.
Great. Definitely.
That's awesome. And I know there is some tension going on with parents, us mom and dad, very wary going back to school with situations that have happened in the past in certain states. What do you recommend? What should we say to our kids before sending them to school?
Yeah, it's always good to have an honest and open conversation with your child. I do have a school-age child myself, and I know sometimes as parents we want to hide them from a lot of things, and that's normal. That's a normal human reaction. However, sometimes it's also like you don't have to be 100% is like every word for word what's going on, but kind of put it in kids' terms that, there are things that are going on out there, such as, bad people that try to do things, but do know that when you go to school, you are safe. I know a lot of the districts around here are constantly practicing safeguard procedures. They're definitely updating the staff. We also have trainings that we are constantly doing when it comes to school safety. We have, and also on the websites, they are our school safety procedures. So parents can even go on there and say, okay, what's the protocol for this? What's the protocol for that? Because they do have that readily available to parents.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that happens too with the Spanish population. We're doing this in English, but of course I know there's a lot of Spanish parents that would love to understand exactly what's the situation. When it comes to me as a Spanish woman sending my kids to school, are they gonna be safe or not? But definitely what are you saying right now makes sense to us as parents. We have to definitely talk a little bit from home and specify to the kids. Is there any particular recommendation for the kids as parents to tell the kids, like, if in case of any situation that's happening like this, what they should do, like hide underneath the desk, or basically there's any protocol in terms of that?
I would always tell your students, or if they're especially nervous about going to school, listen, just be alert, be attentive, make sure you're listening to your teachers or adults that are around you, because that's key too. If they do find themselves in an area of the school, like say they went to the bathroom and there's nobody around them, and God forbid something happens, just be mindful and watch areas that you would be able to hide in. Some areas are better than others. Like you might not want to hide in a bathroom because that's one way out. You might want to find the nearest location, a classroom. But they also go over these procedures with students constantly. So I would definitely do what your teacher recommends.
Definitely great.
Thank you so much. And that's such great information. And one thing that you said is to visit the website, to visit the school district website, because also us as parents, we're worried, but we also have to take the time to educate ourselves, to find out information, and to be on the same page with the school system, because like you said, schools are working on safety protocols. They are teaching the kids, so we have to continue that and help each other out, bring awareness to our kids. And even if we don't want to, like, I have 2 kids. I have 2 boys, one is 7, the little one is 3. And so my 7-year-old, I'll be scared to say stuff like that to him, to have that conversation, but we need to.
Miss Mary, as knowing in the Spanish and the district, are they gonna have any information in Spanish that that for the Spanish community?
Absolutely. I know we're constantly thinking about that, and especially translating things to languages. Also on the website, I know I keep plugging that, but they do have things that are translated in Spanish. I know a lot of our handbooks are now translated to Spanish, so that is becoming like a readily available thing.
Thank you so much. Just so you guys know, we are in Pennsylvania, Wilkes-Barre City, and Lucerne County. So we're talking about Lucerne County. If you guys are in this area, this is very helpful. But also, if you're in another area, you can also visit your school district website to get all this information. Thank you a bunch.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Miss Mary, Mr. Nguch, for having you here today. And I know our community is gonna be happy to hear all this great information that you
very
bring
useful
us to.
Information for our parents, and have a great school year, our parents, our kids, and we're here to bring you all the information you need, and we will keep bringing more shows in English.
Gracias una vez más por estar con nosotros. Ha sido un placer tener a la profesora María con nosotros. En una próxima ocasión le estaremos trayendo algo en español con ella, si Dios lo permite, claro, ¿verdad?
Así es, y si algo es de preocuparte,
no se preocupen, porque esto queda
entre nosotras.